ladies and gentlemen, this is Manifusion here with another Minecraft Let's Play. Anyways, it's night, I'm on the top of my base, built a giant rail line out to the middle of nowhere. There's actually a infinite village spawner that naturally occurred, and, well, I'm trying to link it up so we can get some villagers in here to do some fancy things. But right now, way out of iron to make track. It's really long. Anyways, I have something special to do today. As much as I like to build and as much progress as we've actually been making on this, working up this area, making it all fancy and whatnot, there's actually something I wanted to do in the meantime beforehand, and we're gonna go run over to that right now. You can see as the terrain's loading in, all this fancy terrain everywhere. Yeah. Tower's still there, pretty much untouched. Still makes me sad. There's some monsters off in a dark area. Still lots of tunnels we need to light up. We'll get to that eventually. I did try mining under my base some more. Got quite a few, resources. Can't find diamonds still, but I did get a stack of iron, which I proceeded to use. Yeah. Did get some gold, but unfortunately not really enough to make some rails. I did have an idea for converting a zombie spawner that's actually right inside my base into a zombie catcher to transform the zombie villagers that can spawn from it into actual villagers. But after doing the math, this seemed a lot easier. I do have to be careful from these freaking skeletons that spawn, though, because I've actually died twice from fall damage. I even had to have my friend rescue me from lava earlier, and luckily he did, because I want to keep my stuff, but it's mostly broken at this point. Anyway, let's get down safely, preferably. I'm really tired of dying from fall damage. The sooner I can get feather falling, the better. As you can see, this is the swamp I was talking about before, where we have a skeleton spawner down below. And, whoops, apparently I knocked down torches. I'll be sure to fix that before, finishing this off. And probably while we're waiting for this water to despawn. But yeah, our friend built a little shack out here to protect us from the night. That's an amazing waterfall off in the distance, by the way. I really like how that looks. But yeah, so we have this nice little swamp, and we have this. It's a really plain wooden shack. Just got torches placed all over the front of it. Then we have this pit of death, which was actually literally my first death. Falling down that. It's rather terrible. If you can see my inventory, I actually have, all the supplies we're gonna hopefully use. Because, you see, this shack, as much as, it's been useful, it's just kind of has random stuff we've thrown in there. It's, well, I mean, I don't want to say hideous because... Well, because it is, but that would make me feel bad saying such things. After all, I don't want to insult other people's work. I mean, I'll make them feel bad about that in my own way, but come on, I try to be a nice guy. Mostly. Otherwise, we're just gonna start dumping everything in here for now. Because, well, what we're gonna do is actually tear it down. I mean, I'm sorry. I know, as much as I love, the workmanship, I mean, this is fine craftsmanship right here, totally solid. But, I'm pretty sure it has termite damage from being out here in the swamp. So, we're gonna just have to tear it down, fix it up. We're gonna leave something really nice in instead. At least that's what I'm going for. So, if you guys want to watch, that's what we're gonna be doing. I hope you enjoy. 'Cause, yeah. Again, there's a lot of things we can do, a lot of things I want to do. A lot of it takes quite a bit of time, let's be honest. And recently, I'm going to have, actually, not recently, in the future, very near future, I'm going to be having all of my wisdom teeth pulled out, which I'm not very much looking forward to. I'm going to be miserable for about a week, and I'm trying to do these every week and have them uploaded on Wednesday, so, you know, as much free time as I don't have, I'm still going to be trying to keep to this schedule, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do that, and in the meantime, I'm going to try doing smaller projects, because everything I want to do is just massive and requires a lot of time being put into it. And as much as I hate to say, I don't have all that much free time. I work, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that's only because my boss yelled at me for working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. So I figured, this is a good way to, kill some time and try and relax. And I know this track is just disturbing as heck. It's just all nasty cobblestone floating in midair. Don't worry, we'll get rid of it as soon as we can move over some of those villagers. Which, honestly, I really want to show you guys, that village, because it's hilarious. It's because this is an amplified, terrain. It's just kind of floating in midair in like the side of a mountain. And I swear, there's so many villagers that the door will constantly spam open and closed, and someone will randomly get pushed out. It is like the Hunger Games of villages. It's just, survival of the fittest. Or, the guys in back. Because those guys are jerks. And for some reason, they're just really frisky all the time. Don't know why. It's just, how things work out. Okay, so we got some, got this all cleared. Let's see. We're going to want to build something really fancy, but, without horribly disfiguring the terrain and, preferably not built into that. I think we need to make a good support first. So, what I think I'm going to do is, put down some stone. We go fancy like. Also good for measuring. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Got the beginnings of a nice little circle here. Then, okay, we're going to have to tear up some of the terrain. And I know I'm still using stone tools, and it makes me feel really bad. This stuff is slow, and none of it's going to be enchanted, because every time I get, pretty good levels going, I die. I get thrown off a cliff, or jump into a volcano, or whatever. It's never going to be a good time. It's just not in the cards, Not when you're accident prone like I am. Like that, for example. I just threw my shovel. Actually, I got blasted into a lava fall earlier, and when I was telling you I had my friend rescue me, apparently I accidentally chucked my bow, which was a really nice bow I found from a skeleton, but I just chucked it. Just accidentally threw it when I was panicking, I guess, and it just incinerated. Whoops. I feel a little bad about that, because, again, it was a nice bow, and I don't have much luck with enchanting stuff. Okay, let's see. We've got our center off. See, this isn't going to be that big of a build, just because, you really don't need that big of a build. I mean, this is just mainly for, a safe spot to protect us. And, great. Something's going now. Luckily, we can just jump in bed, and hopefully mobs don't spawn. And if we do need resources, because that actually took a lot more stone than I thought. Okay, hopefully not accidentally building a giant thing again. That would be bad. Okay. Yeah. Good. So, where was I? I completely forgot. I'm terrible at this. You know, thinking and building at the same time, not something I'm really good at. You know, the sad part is, usually when I'm either building or doing stuff, I multitask a lot. Like, I'll be watching YouTube videos or movies or shows or whatever, and I just turn my brain off and it goes. But, you know, trying to do that while talking at the same time, kind of difficult. You know, I'm not a big fan of doing that, but you know, I will do it for your guys' sakes, because, you know, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Okay, I'm totally faking that, but yeah, you guys are awesome. It's okay. It's okay, we're all friends here. And jump in the bed. Yeah. Yeah, and the bed didn't glitch out. That's the first for me. I swear, every time I get in the bed, it looks like I'm having one of them falling nightmares. It just never ends well. Or for... Actually, a new glitch that I've been having is I'm embedded inside a wall. And so then I'll have it so I can see through, you know, half the terrain. Which, I'll admit, looks pretty cool. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Really like how this terrain looks, especially with the amplified. It's like, this would be a really nice place to just build a town. And you could have this entire place, just half the buildings built into the side of a mountain. You know, nice basin down here with all the water, make a good port. In fact, I think there's an ocean over here. In fact, this is where I come to get those blue flowers. Because I'm pretty sure this is the only biome they spawn in. Or rather, it's the only biome I know of that they spawn in, that we have easy access to. Okay, we have our base. We cleared out some, you know, some area for the road. Alright, let's get some supplies ready. I think for the floor, I'm going to use birch. Because, well, I just kind of like how that looks. Let's see. Gonna need our crafting bench. Stick it to the side. Yeah, I have a lot of crafting benches. I'll admit, I have this bad habit of just going, oh look, I need a crafting bench right here, at this very moment. I'll just build one randomly, you know. I'll do that a few times. You know, let's cut out a little more. I think we're gonna make a little porch area. That seems like it fit right about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about there. Wait, let's see, center. I'm pretty sure that's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Let's mark that just so we don't forget. There. Wait. What? Something's off. Poop. Okay, so apparently we miscounted. Hopefully I still have plenty of stone left. Yes, I do. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, pretend you guys didn't see that. My bad. Yeah, whoops. Don't worry, it's easy fix. And maybe we can even, you know, implement that into the build. You know, lopsided shapes work. Okay, let's see. Did that fix it? I think it did. I think that's all we needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. What? Okay, yeah, this entire side is just off. See, it's really hard to build and do this. To all the people who are totally capable of doing this, bravo. I know I still can't. Working on it though, but not quite there yet. Let's see, we're gonna need a few of these to finish off our little porch area. Wondering if I should use a different wood for the porch. Because I know I want this birch, you know, for the floors. You know, actually, if I have birch for the floor, I can also have... thinking either oak or spruce as a contrast to go with it. This is a tough one. You know, let's just try and kind of see what happens. You know? I mean, that's kind of half of what you do when you build. Just kind of do it, look, see what happens. If it works, keep it. If not, then do it over. See, I have a lot of spruce, which is why I like using it. Because it's so easy to farm now that they changed it. That you can do the whole 2x2 trees. Really like doing that. I don't... No, I don't like that. What I might do, actually, is instead of doing solid blocks, if I just do more stairs, let's make a few more. Yeah. Just do something like that. Take this out a little bit. Yeah, I think that would work a lot better. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Yeah, what we're gonna do here is put posts. I think we're gonna use oak for that. Yeah, I like how that looks. Except I think we should blend it with the base better. Because I don't actually want that stone showing, but I don't like using, you know, dirt as a base. Because it always gets ripped out by Endermen. That's just a thing that happens all the time. Especially zones like this where it's kind of out in the open. Not exactly the most well lit. Alright, yeah. Ooh, and then, so we can get the door area. I'm just gonna do a simple 2x1, 1x2, whatever. Just a basic door. Let's see. Put in... Yep, I know it's really OCD and it's kind of a waste of materials, but I have to. It's just a thing, you know? Let's see, work on the back later. Might want to extend that out a bit. You know, let's just get a basic layout before I go overboard with this too much. Let's see, I think the back we'll use for the bed. And just kind of put a wall up. And then, okay, move it in one. We can put some chests here. Same with this side. Yeah, that way we have a nice open area. We can actually, let's fit in more than one bed. That way, if, like, the situation we had earlier, we need more people to be able to sleep. Yeah, I think that'll work out better. Alright, let's get our framework. I think... Okay, let's see. I'm thinking for the bottom, what I actually want to do is something like that. Yeah, because it looks like it's, you know, really thick wood holding it up. As much as I, you know, like symmetry, this is really something I don't have a lot of resources to screw around with. So I will quit my OCD for now. Yeah, I think for this one, I'm gonna switch this out. Put another post. Same for this. Yeah. I think I might want to Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Will this come out a little more? Might have to change this one out. But yeah, I think that's good. Whoa, but you know, every time something like that happens where I feel like I'm falling, my heart stops for a minute because it's just like, I don't want to die. Stop it. No. Seriously. Freaks me out. See, this is one of the few games that actually gives me a rush, you know? Because it's just like, anything can happen, and your death actually matters, and it makes a difference. Whereas other games, it's just like, oh, I'll reload at my save point. I mean, I'm guessing if this wasn't on a harder difficulty, you know, with the settings it has, it wouldn't be so bad. But with how it is right now, I don't want to die, especially with the counter. I mean, I know technically it's always in the statistics, but when it's viewable by others, I guess it means more. Guess we should just have a snack, wait for the sun to go down. Should be about time. Any minute now. Come on. I don't want mobs to spawn. As much as I'd like slimes, not gonna risk a creeper yet. We might want to put a fence around it or something just to protect it from creepers. I'll consider it. But yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Also, I think whoa. Okay, I have to say, I'm one of those people who will, you know, fill in all the holes. Like, something like this. I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that. Especially since I'm probably likely to fall through them. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah. We have enough dirt. I don't need to worry. Let's see. That shouldn't, you know, mess with anything. Pretty sure there's stairs right there, so. Heck. Yeah, like that, for example. That's a no-no. Yeah, I could just imagine falling right through that. In fact, I kind of want to put cobble under it, just in case the Enderman pulls those up. Because I know it's more than likely that I'll be the one to fall through it again. Wait. Wasn't there... Did I break something? Because I'm pretty sure that there was, you know, at least at one point, there was water here. Although, that might have just been placed sarcastically because I fell to my death. Which I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Well, there's actually some wood down here, but I don't think we're going to need it. So I'm just going to leave that. But yeah, I have a tendency to be, you know, very neat and orderly. I like fill things with smooth stone, despite the fact it's totally a waste of material. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to do is bring this part up one more. Let's see. I'm thinking we're still going to use birch for that, though. Yeah. Which means break this. I'd rather use, you know, actual planks than have to use the logs. Alright, let's get a few more. Honestly, I probably won't use the logs of birch, just because not a big fan of how they look. There's a time and place for everything, but zebra print isn't something I tend to build with. You know, I kind of like how that looks. It gives it a whole feeling that they're, you know, that's part of the wall. Or part of the design. Let's see. I don't happen to have a lot of spare glowstone at the moment, which still something I want to work on. But I did happen to grab some pumpkins on the way here. So we can at least still use that. Let's see. I think we're going to need 8 for the chests. Do I have any extra torches or just the ones on me? Yeah, just these ones. But that should be more than enough. Alright, let's flip this dirt up. We can finally place these down. Yeah! Shiny! You know, I keep thinking about different stuff that, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that. It's just, like, tons of stuff I would love to do, but there's still a lot of resource gathering I need to do. And that stuff takes a long time. Especially when stuff keeps falling on your face. Like, I've been building around a ravine, and then there's just, the way that the ravine near my base is built, there are so many lips for mobs to spawn on. In fact, there's this one where a skeleton was spawning and just shooting at me from across the ravine way up high. Every time I get hit by an arrow, especially, you know, out adventuring, it just, like, freaks me out. You know, run behind a corner, go, where the hell was that guy? Also, where'd that bat come from? I want to name you. Oh, well. Let's see, I think wait, no, I actually have them right here. I figure we don't need to waste iron for a trap chest, because, again, we don't really need all that much storage. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay, I think we should finally raise these ones up. Almost got the first floor, you know, set up. There we go. Let's see. Gonna need at least those for having a door there. In fact, let's place that now. Although I kind of want to place like a trap or something in front of it in case mobs come. But instead we'll just use that old trick. You know, keep zombies out. It's really useful to do. Alright, let's... Oh. I swear, I want to tame that bat. Daine Bone! Let me tame that bat! I mean, they're otherwise useless, but come on! Totally want to name tag that. Don't worry, we'll catch one eventually. Probably episode 57. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Alright, so for the walls... Let's see if we use spruce for there. I don't know if it... well... Actually... No, let's not do that. Ooh, but what we could do... Let's see. Break out the cobblestone. Let's see, make some stairs. Grab some more cobblestone just in case. Should have enough. And... see, I don't actually know what these are called. You know, in real life. Not an actual architect or anything. But, I think I would like how these look. Let's see. Then put some more on the other side. Getting a little too close to that tree, though. Let's see. One more, I think. Yeah, that should work. Let's see. Do I need to worry about... nah. Okay, that's good. So yeah, I think I want to switch this out with spruce. You know, and then we can actually change the stairs up front, make that spruce as well, at least on the sides. That way there's a good differentiation between these two. And yes, I'm pretty sure I just made up that word. Or I'm horribly butchering its pronunciation. One of the two. I don't really care which. It's not the point. It's beside the point. The point is over there. Which, incidentally, that's where we're working now. So shush! Ah! Okay, so, how's that? Look back a little bit. This is when you notice glowstone would be really nice right about now. Oh well, I guess we will have to do without. Just switch off. Get a nice border going. Still not sure what I want to do for the actual walls, though. Okay, yeah. Gonna have to cut this one out. Not actually sure what I want to do on these either. You know, we're just winging it, really, at this point. That's just kind of what I do. I think I might want to put a strut here as well. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, you know, these things. But that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. It's a nice word anyway. Who cares if it's not the right one? I mean, probably you guys, but shh. You don't need to know that. Alright, let's see. I'm not a big fan of, you know, too tall. And by two, I mean literally the number 2 tall buildings. So let's at least make this, you know, post 1 higher. Wow, is it really almost 9 again? Sheesh. Don't worry, we're almost done. This is only gonna be a 1-story building. Let's see. Cut these out. I think we have time before it turns night. Doo-doo. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah. This is good. And bam. Oh yes, now we can move this bed. Fill in the cobble under it. Do. Yeah. And it's gone. I almost feel like we should put a little grave there, just for the old cabin. I mean, it didn't ask for this. Should we have windows? Yeah, probably. You know what? I think it's time to bring in some of the... Let's see. Yeah, let's go for oak on the side. And that way we can use the dark oak for the roof. Because I really like using dark oak for that. Let's see. Yeah, I have it. Wait a sec. There we go. Actually, will this be too light? Shade from this side. No, that'll work. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, right. But yeah, I think that'll go nicely. And it gives it a nice contour. It's still a shame we don't have all the other woods. I mean, I still want acacia. I mean, I don't really use jungle wood that much, but it would be nice to have it in my arsenal if I ever felt like using it. Although, I had enough trouble fitting all the stuff that I was bringing here in my inventory in the first place. I don't know if I can do it as, you know, get as much stuff here without going overboard. Because we still have quite a bit left. Okay, let's see. Running low on logs has me a little worried. Should be fine though. I think that's the last of the stairs we're gonna need. In fact, we could save some right here. Not sure how I want to do that corner yet. That might be a tricky one. actually, you know, one of the blocks I love to use. Right. No. No. Shh. That didn't happen. Right. Okay. Apparently I will have to make them first. Let's see. That should be enough. And apparently I had some in my inventory. You know, that stuff happens quite often. There's a lot of blocks in this game. And there's only going to be more. Actually, that's also a good way to... There we go. And you know, I think I want to switch this out. Don't look at it yet. It needs to be a surprise. Alright, let's check this out. I need to eat anyway. Let's see. It's coming out. And then I can tear out some of this. And then replace it with good old gravel. Yeah. Gravel's always good for pathing. It's just different enough. So you don't want it to be straight. We can have something a little sporadic like that. That should be good. No. Yeah, let's see how that looks. It's a little Nazi. Let's do something more like that. Let's see. I think I have some oatmeal. Also, something else I want to do, which, yeah. I want to try and plant some wheat here. Ooh. Almost forgot. Let's... Don't want to be able to see that dirt. Makes it look, you know, ununiform. And then what we need to do always be careful when digging down. Okay, let's see. This one needs to be oak. My inventory is way too full right now. Okay, let's see. Back to... Ah, son of a... Don't worry. Don't worry. We have water right here. We're fine. And good. Much better. Should probably grab one for the other side. This one will be a lot easier to hide though, since it's already raised up a bit. I'm sorry, block. I cannot save you. Yeah, then we could just do something like that. I like the whole sporadic look. Especially when you use something like wheat. It gives it a nice contrast while still, you know, making it look nice. By the way, if you can't tell, my throat is still a little sore and kind of has been for, well, pretty much all week now. Ah, darn it. So yeah, I've been putting this recording off a little bit just because I've been hoping to get better. Hasn't quite happened yet, so I'm just going to play through it. Alright, there we go. This episode might be a little long if we continue like this. I think we're almost at a half hour. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. We're going to turn this into a two-parter. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to support my channel by leaving a like, favorite, or subscribe. It really does help me out a lot, you know. Tell me what you think down below in the comments, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Check the links in the description. Anyways, this is Manifusion. Signing out, folks. See you next time.